10 Healthy Diet Myths that Sabotage Your Weight Loss Badly. The tendency to gain weight is evolutionally determined because, for thousands of years, Homo sapiens had to survive in a time when there was a limited amount of food resources. We had to hunt for food and store it. Those who were good at it were ahead of the others. Modern life is different, but people are still wired to gain weight. A sedentary way of living and the consumption of high-energy foods reinforce this tendency. That's why many people end up starving themselves while believing the myths about healthy dieting that we want to debunk in this article. When a person's body mass index, BMI, is normal, they have a good chance of living a long life. That's why trying to lose excess weight is definitely worth it. However, you should be careful when battling stubborn pounds. Idea found out which advice it's better to avoid and why. Myth number 1, brown sugar is better. 1 teaspoon of brown sugar contains 17 calories. 1 teaspoon of white sugar contains 16 calories. Many people who try to lead a healthy way of life believe that brown sugar contains calcium, potassium, iron, and manganese that are all beneficial for the body. However, their amount is so small that it's really doubtful you'll get any of the health benefits. These types of sugar hardly differ, the key distinctions are in taste and the influence on pastry dough. Myth number 1, brown sugar is better. 1 teaspoon of brown sugar contains 17 calories. 1 teaspoon of white sugar contains 16 calories. Many people who try to lead a healthy way of life believe that brown sugar contains calcium, potassium, iron, and manganese that are all beneficial for the body. However, their amount is so small that it's really doubtful you'll get any of the health benefits. These types of sugar hardly differ, the key distinctions are in taste and the influence on pastry dough. Myth number 3, all vegetables are good. Almost all diets and healthy dieting rules claim that vegetables are good for you and you should consume as many as you can. But there are pitfalls here too. We rarely think about where those vegetables we buy and eat were grown. Many of them contain pesticides and nitrate. You can read our article about choosing fresh and tasty vegetables and fruits here. Some vegetables can have a negative influence on the blood sugar level in your body. It depends on the individual features of one's body. For some, it's potatoes, for others, tomatoes. You should be careful with vegetables, but it's pretty pointless to deny all the beneficial effects of eating them. Myth number 4, coffee keeps you energized all day long. Only the dosage of coffee determines how energized you'll be after drinking it. On average, caffeine requires 15 to 45 minutes to spread all over your bloodstream and wake up the body. The effect weakens during the following 5 to 6 hours. Thus, if you have a cup of coffee at 8 a.m., you'll feel twice as tired by 2 p.m. Coffee provokes a rapid rise of blood sugar that leads to the feeling of a burst of energy. As soon as the glucose level drops, your battery dies. That's why coffee won't make you feel strong and energized all day long. However, this beverage has a lot of benefits for the body, so it can do more than just give your brain a jump start. Myth number 5, olive oil shouldn't be used for frying. One of the main reasons this myth is really popular is because of the olive oil burning point. Many people think that the food won't have time to fry properly before the oil burns out. It's a myth. The burning temperature of olive oil is 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Most of the products we eat get cooked at even lower temperatures. Plus, olive oil isn't as beneficial for our health as we're usually told. It contains vitamin K, iron, potassium, calcium, and sodium. Their amount isn't great enough to have much influence on your health. Myth number 6, sea salt is better than table salt. We're sure you've heard that sea salt is better than table salt. In fact, it's not true. They're both made of salt deposits in the seas. Table salt gets processed and cleaned of all contaminations, while sea salt might contain various microelements. Don't forget that table salt is iodine enriched, 40 mg/kg, the lack of which can lead to serious health problems. Besides iodine, 0.7 mg/kg, and other impurities. Sea salt might contain heavy metals. However, the amount of beneficial and toxic components is pretty small, so it's highly unlikely they'll influence your health. Myth number 8, all calories are the same. In fact, calories consumed with a candy bar and those contained in Brussels sprouts are totally different as they go along different metabolic ways. They also have a direct impact on the fat-burning process, hormones, and the centers of the brain that are responsible for your appetite. For example, a high-protein diet can boost the metabolic rate up to 80 to 100 calories a day and decrease the feeling of hunger. That means calories do differ. Myth number 9, it's bad to eat at night. In fact, it's not. The time that you consume calories doesn't matter to your body, what matters is the quality and the amount. Scientists from the US proved this using monkeys in their survey. They found out that monkeys that consumed food at night didn't gain more weight than those who rarely ate at night. Again, the burn more than you consume principle works for everyone who doesn't suffer from serious health problems. Myth number 10, there are diets that don't work. A regular diet means a cut in calories intake. It doesn't really matter what foods you eat to reach that goal. Some doesn't eat fats while others don't eat proteins and carbs, and some people simply cut back on food entirely. Anyway, if you strictly follow your diet, you will definitely lose weight. However, if you go back to your regular eating habits, your excess weight will return, as well. It's not fair to claim that diets don't work. The truth is they are all effective in their own ways, but to keep the result you reached, you'll have to cut back on your favorite foods for a long time. Experts believe we shouldn't follow various diets but should stick to a balanced eating plan that is good for you. Do you know any myths about healthy dieting? Share them with us in the comments.